We have a lot to cover this week, so I am not going to get sidetracked. I'm going to stay on target. We're going to focus. We're going to get through this episode because we have a lot to cover since the last time we recorded. Feels like a whole year happened in the King House.
In 1 week.
In one weekend. But this is episode 17 of the Nobody Cares
podcast.
I am Will. This is Allie. Let's do it! Allison, do you want to tell everybody what happened to us this weekend?
Norovirus. So our 5-year-old got hit with the stomach bug.
Well, what we thought was
Thursday.
Just
Well, we thought it was
run of
like
the mill.
Yeah,
like she gets the stomach bug. She gets it like periodically.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but she does.
She got it, and we thought we were in the clear because it had been like 24 hours. Nobody else was sick.
Yeah, she was sick on
Thursday night.
She got sick Thursday night in the middle of the night.
Through
She stayed home Friday with me.
Morning.
Had a little daddy-daughter day while I worked. She just hung
you.
out.
You probably didn't clean well enough, and that's how this happened.
I'm sorry that I had a full-time job that I was trying to do while our child was home.
No, sir. The full-time job is cleaning, so none of us got this. Oh, it was you. Okay, anywho, Palmer was sick. She was better. We thought, oh, yeah, okay. That's the only one down. And then Allie and Will.
Saturday night. About 7 o'clock.
All evening.
Oh. It was like we just took turns.
It
was me, then it was her, then it was me, then it was her, then it was me, then it was her.
We wake up and we're done being sick.
But we didn't get any sleep.
Yeah.
Feel like garbage.
And then you're just
and we notice
so tired
when we wake Davis up that he has vomit all over his crib. So
yeah,
Davis also got it that morning.
Got it.
So the baby had it that morning.
Yeah.
And then about midday, actually about 10:30, our 2-year-old comes in and says, "My tummy don't feel right."
Make it stop.
My tummy hurt.
And then he put himself down.
He put himself
for a
to sleep.
nap.
Didn't throw up. Put himself down for sleep. Just walked into his room and got in his bed. Put the pillow over his head with the lights on and fell promptly asleep.
Sleep for like 2 hours.
And he woke up and he was like the happiest little boy.
And
he was so chipper.
He got sick.
In our bed.
Okay, so
after we had taken
with the details.
We had taken no. They need details.
No, they
We
don't.
took off all the sheets because we had been sick all night. Not in our bed, but we had been
Just
sick.
germs.
Right.
Look, we
We've been
gotta
sick,
wash it on
sleeping
hot.
in our bed. Right.
Everybody's bedding, pillows. I go full like scrub down pretty regularly, but also like when people are sick, there is no stopping. Like that washing machine is being run 24/7, and so
This is true.
I had just taken precautionary measures.
Anyway, all the sheets were off. The bed was completely bare to the mattress. And who decides to throw up?
For the first
projectile
time in his life.
for the first time in his life. The poor buddy, he
buddy.
had no idea
He
what was
didn't know
going
what
on.
was
He was so
happening.
confused.
He said, he
One
just
sec.
looked at and goes, what happened?
Well, so he throws up all
This
over.
is really gross.
He
Can
throws
we please
up.
move
No,
on from this?
no.
Ew.
The people need to know
No,
that
they
he threw up
don't.
all over our mattress without the covers on, without the sheets. So it's like going straight into the mattress.
but
And you know
then-
what you can't put through the washer? A friggin' mattress.
But let this be my plug for the Bissell little green machine.
No,
Thank
it was
heavens
clutch.
that we have that where you
was
can like
clutch.
spray it with the like cleaning solution and scrub it and vacuum, and we did all the things. And
Also true. And poor Debbie, he had no idea
He
what
had
was
no
happening.
idea.
What happened when we asked? He said my tummy hurt, and I had the spits.
call it
The spits.
That's so gross. Okay, but anywho, all 5 of us in the span of like 48 hours
That was awful.
were down with the bug.
It was
But today,
absolutely terrible.
we all turned the corner. Well, we turned the corner.
We turned the corner probably end of yesterday.
But we were
But
all
today,
really great
we
today.
all stayed home again because we don't want to spread that to school.
Yeah.
Allie works kindergarten teacher. Don't want to get her
We don't
student
wanna get
sick.
anybody
Palmer
else
is
sick.
in kindergarten. Don't want to get anybody sick there. So we just took one
My
extra
mom,
day.
who watches the boys.
Also true. Don't want them to get sick and then her not be able to watch the boys. And then
just precautionary
anyway.
measures. But today was a great like reset for our family. I did like laundry of like
Allie
kids'
was
clothing
so
laundry
busy cleaning this house today. She walked 7 miles
in our own
in
home.
the house. We did not leave the house. She walked 7 miles in our house.
Yeah.
Which, if you know our house, is like not a surprise because our house is like basically one level, but it's just like really long. But
still, 7 miles in your own home.
7 miles is a lot
That's
of
a lot.
walking. That's 15,000 steps.
Yes, it is. So
Anyway, that
it's
was
like my Disney prep.
that was your
baby.
Disney prep. Yeah, we are going to Disney soon. But yeah, no, that was brutal.
So
Also,
yeah, I'm sorry y'all had to endure listening to that, but it's changed us, and
it has.
you know.
But to celebrate surviving norovirus, and also as a little surprise for Palmer girl, our 5-year-old, who was just the best big sister ever when her brothers weren't feeling good and did a good job taking care of us. She'd already been sick, and so she was just having to like hang out at home while all of us were sick. She did great.
Herself. She was awesome.
We're going to the Auburn basketball game tomorrow. As you can tell by Allie's shirt, she is very excited. And fun story, do you see this mug? Look at this mug. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Auburn mug. Why? Couldn't tell. But before, when we were dating, this was Allie's mug. And it had Auburn University or just Auburn Tigers.
Alumni.
Auburn
was,
alumni.
Like, the AU
there was some big Auburn print
logo.
something on this. And every wash, it like slowly faded more and more away. And so now we have this completely white mug.
But if you were to ask one of us, like, go get the Auburn mug, I know
This would
without
be
a doubt
the white-
that's
yeah.
the mug.
So fun mug story there. But we have two.
That was a good mug shot.
That was all right.
Okay.
We've got 2 fun things that we're going to do tonight. One is we're going to give an update on 25 Soft, which is the most hilarious sounding name, which is our version of 75 Hard that we're doing. Allie's goal for the new year, if you will.
It's not a goal.
It's a goal. It's a goal. So we'll give an update on that. I think we're about halfway through as of tonight. Once we do the sticky note after this, but we're halfway through. We'll give some updates on that. And Allie, why don't you tell the people just tell the people about this. There's Allie came to me the other day and she goes, I was looking at like little data entry, like some kind of job that I could do for just a couple hours every night just to make like a little extra money so that, maybe I could buy like to help with our Disney trip, or like if we wanted to go to the beach this summer, it'd be great if I could just store up like a little nest egg on my own to try and help. To which I told her in a very not polite way.
I believe what he said was, and if I'm allowed to direct quote here.
It's going to make me sound like a terrible husband. So I will add context after, but by all means.
And I quote, no, because why work for pennies what I can make in a few hours?
I'm gonna get canceled. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it was.
Let me
said out of love. He was like, you work so hard. Hang on, you work so hard, like teaching, and you work hard with our kids and our house. And he recognized that a lot of me is poured out into other areas.
All of you is poured out. Mentally, physically, emotionally.
Spoiler alert, I'm not the breadwinner in this family as a teacher. So,
but,
I
may keep our bank accounts alive, but she keeps our family alive. So
it was just a way of like, hey, look, I want to do something. I don't know what it is. I have, like I said, a ton of time. But if I could just do something mindless and just sort or upload or...
Yeah. So
something.
You covered it. You got it. I wasn't saying that because she's not valuable or smart. I was saying it because she is already pouring herself out. And I can pour myself out a little bit more and make more money in a shorter period of time.
What I could make pennies for.
And she would not have to exhaust herself more. It was the only reason. But then we had a good conversation after as well, where she just wants to do it because whether I could quote unquote make more or not, it's not about how much is made. She just wants to find something that she feels like she's
can add
to and is hers.
But I also don't want to like interact with anybody either. Like I talk to people all day long.
All right.
I just want to.
There are rules, but what we're gonna do, I have come up. One, I want y'all to send us good ones.
Can you please stop with the sassy fingers?
I got fingers. That's how it works.
Well, I hope so.
Y'all send good. If y'all have any good, like little remote, little side gigs that y'all think would be good for her to,
or if you have any
try
tasks
on,
you
or
don't
any tasks that you don't want to do,
do.
send to Allie's way.
Yeah.
But I found, I think 4 or 5 remote part-timey jobs. And Allie is going to review them and tell us what her ranking would be for each of these.
What do you mean what my ranking would be?
Well, I'm going to tell you and describe each of them, and then you're going to put them in order that you would consider them best to worst.
Are they locked in when I say it? Like,
ooh, this is okay. So there's this like
you have to be explicit with.
There's this game where it's like, you know that there's 5. You don't get to know all 5 up front, and as you hear them, you have to put them in the ranking before you know what the others are. I don't think we're going to do that. We're just going to go through all of them, and you can order them.
Okay, can I write them down? Because I can't remember all
they'll be on this little note up here on the screen.
There's no note.
There will be. And then maybe I'll do some fun little graphic down here for the people who watch us on YouTube as well.
Nobody does. It's like you when you proof out the video, so it's for yourself.
Whatever. It's fun. Okay, so.
Okay.
The first one.
No.
The first one.
I see what. This is awful.
No, this is going to be great. All right, so this is the first one.
Okay.
It is something called inbox dollars. But there's like a lot of things that are like this. Okay. But the idea for this one is that by taking surveys, or the way that I caught this one was like basically they want like consumer input on stuff. So you do a survey on their product. Another one that I saw that was, you can read.
Wait, is this the first?
This is the first one. This is all the first one. You can read emails, like you can read their like marketing emails and give them feedback on it.
Love that.
Or the one that really got me when I was reading the summary of this one, it said, you can watch movie trailers and get paid.
Okay, hot take. Movies are garbage. All of them.
Allie hates movies, so I thought it'd be really funny to put one up here that was like, watch movie trailers to get paid.
Why on earth
but it's kind of
would you choose to waste multiple hours of your life on something that, like, what if you don't even like it and that time's gone? That's ridiculous to me.
Well, you're right. Why waste like an hour 45 on a movie?
That's on the short side. Nowadays, people are
watch
like,
7 hours of a TV
3-hour long movies, and I'm like, I would literally rather watch paint dry. Sorry.
Okay. So we're gonna dub this one this one's the like watch movie previews.
But that's not fair because I would do the surveys.
Okay, we'll call this one the survey.
And I would read emails and.
Okay, so this one's like the.
Give my
we'll call this one like consumer feedback.
Okay.
Consumer feedback.
That's a strong contender. Number 1.
Number 2. I thought this one might be right down your alley.
That is
proofreading.
Such a weak pun.
Proofreading.
Never heard that one.
One thing that you are very good at, because you always get mad at me when you read tweets with typos of mine, because you're like, Will, always run these through your proofreader. Proofreading. You can do proofreading for a part-time job. And people will pay you to proofread their stuff.
But, like, that feels too personal. Like, I'd have to talk to somebody, like, and interact with them. And I don't really want to do that.
What if it's like literally just like you send me the document, I proofread it, mark it up, and send it back?
Isn't that what AI is for? Aren't there people doing that with AI? Like,
maybe. But if there are services that ask you to do it, you could just do it with AI and do a bunch of them way faster.
That just feels like cheating. That just feels like plagiarism. And
well, take your pick. So maybe that's what people feel like. Maybe they feel like AI is not good enough and they want to write their own stuff, but they want a human to review it.
Okay.
Maybe there's a market for that. Clearly there is, because I found jobs doing it. All right. Next one. Train an AI. So.
Excuse me?
So, okay. So, you know when you get like
train a robot? What does that even mean? Because I train one to be like me and just like.
Please no. Heck no. No, I don't need more of you around making fun of me on Allie like figures out how to use AI and makes bots on Twitter to troll me. That would be the day.
I'm going to be really honest. It sounds like a whole lot of work that I don't want to do, but you know.
Allie's like, I got enough jokes. I'm not running out. I don't need help. All right. Train AI. The way this works, you know, like capture, like when you're trying to log into something and it's like, click all the cars.
Yeah.
That's like you training an AI by telling it like this tile is actually a car.
Okay, yeah.
So there's a lot of...
The thing that says I'm not a robot?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Like behind the scenes, they're actually training their AI with that. So there's a lot of stuff like that. There's like a website that like you basically just go through mindlessly and answer things that seem dumb.
Yeah.
But the idea is because it's like behind the scenes, you're helping fine tune is the word.
That's literally checking the boxes.
Fine tune an AI model.
Well, what do you know?
All right. Next one. Remote notary. So, I think this will require obviously
you have to become a notary.
Right. This takes a few extra steps up front, but you probably make more money doing this, especially as I was reading, you find like a niche. So like if you are a notary specifically for like real estate agents or something, then like you can like do them.
Seems like a lot of self-advocating. I'd have to be like, use me as your notary.
Potentially.
And I don't want to do that. That's too much effort.
Listen, with greater reward comes greater responsibility.
Nope.
So if you want to make a little bit more for a little extra work while still getting to be remote and do it in your own time, remote notary.
I don't need to market myself.
All right. The last one. This one was really cool.
Don't love this one.
So this one's very similar to the first one, but it's a website where it basically has like what you would call a bounty. Do you know what a bounty is?
Like treasure?
Okay, so a bounty is basically like, hey, I need this thing done. Here are the like requirements. If you do this, I will give you X amount of money to do it. Mm-hmm. So for this one, the idea is that there are like iPhone apps and iPhone games. Mm-hmm. And for example, there was one that I saw that was like, download this game and get to level 5. If you get to level 5, you will make X amount of money. Or,
that seems like an addiction.
Get this app and do like X number of steps, make an account, do this, blah, blah, blah. When you finish that, you will get X amount of money. So it's like these little,
that
like you could do like 4 or 5 a night, do these little things and make like a little cash by just playing or doing like just stuff on your phone.
I don't know. That seems...
The reason I thought this one, this one's like a really good Venn diagram because it's literally, you have to talk to 0 people.
Yeah, you're right.
You get to stay on your phone and do it.
But you know I don't like staring at my phone.
But you like staring at your phone a lot more than you like staring at a computer.
Well, yeah, you're not wrong.
Okay, so, and then they're like small tasks where you can do like, you pick how many you do a night. If you want to do a bunch, great. If you don't, also great. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And you can pick, like, there's like a big list. So like you don't have to do the ones in order. You just pick ones that seem like your cup of tea, potentially.
Interesting.
If any of them are your cup of tea. But as with all things that it's work to make money, sometimes you just do stuff that may not be the most fun.
Yeah.
And then I tried to there's like a, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have the consumer feedback.
That's a number 1 for me.
We have proofreading. We have train an AI. Remote notary.
No, that's number 5.
And the like game and app bounty system. And then I tried to find, there's this holy grail of like what they call a remote job where you're just doing data entry.
Yeah.
But I think that's like a false flag. Like I think there are data entry jobs, but I don't think there are any that are like, yeah, just do data entry anytime you have some time. Yeah. Like they were all like full-time data entry job for doctor's office or like part-time during the day, you know? So like maybe there's data entry jobs, but I don't know. These ones
were good.
These ones felt like they were like actually legit in the realm of what you were looking for. So these are your 5. Rank them 1 through 5. What is number 5? What is the worst one here?
Remote notary.
Really?
I don't want to do that.
I just thought you would.
I don't want to go through the steps to do that. And
Man, but you could get your own little stamp. I mean,
that's
digitally.
That's like, then I have to go out and find people to do that for. And I don't want to do that.
Maybe there's
So
like a remote,
just-
maybe there's like a notary site where you just say, hey, I'm a notary.
No, thank you. That's number 5.
I thought that one would get a higher ranking, honestly. I thought you'd be kind of interested in that. I thought like having notary on your like checklist, like your bucket list of life, like I was a notary would be like, oh, that's cool.
It's pretty cool, but I don't want to do that. Not for like a mindless remote little gig.
I respect that. All right. What is number 4?
I don't know. I would want to try out proofreading. And
Proofreading would be number 4?
Would be.
Wow. This is not going the way that I thought it would, people.
I'm full of surprises.
Wow.
That or that play games or apps thing. I don't know.
Nope, pick a 4. Okay. Quit waffling. What's number 4? Go. We're going to have to cut this out. You're taking such a long pause here, friend. Make a decision. 1, 2, 3, go.
Decisive.
Number 4. 1, 2,
Proofreading.
3. Okay. Why is that? Why do you not like that one?
How long are the things that I'm proofreading? You know, I'm not reading pages on pages on pages for somebody in their novel.
That's fair.
I'm not doing that.
That's a good point. You don't like reading books.
That's not true.
All right, number 3.
I'd rather
go.
sleep.
Well, that's the point. Okay. Can we bring it back to Will saying you don't have to do this at all?
Okay.
If you'd rather sleep, just sleep, girl. All right, number 3.
Play games or apps.
Oh, okay. I figured that one would be one of the bottom ones, but I think I was able to kind of convince you with some of it. All right.
You were a good marketer for it.
Number 2.
Train AI.
Really? Wow.
If that's just mindless clicking like this.
No, I mean, I thought that one would be kind of high up. I just did not foresee number 1 being consumer feedback.
Yeah.
Wow. Flabbergasted.
I love to give an opinion.
Okay. When you phrase it that way, with this new perspective, hell, I think they're looking for positive feedback, though, so I don't think they'll pay to get roasted.
You know, listen here. This persona of just being a total jerk is not really who I am.
I know. It's not who you are deep down. That's not true. All right, let's do the real layers of who Allison King is. Outside layer, kind, sweet, kind of shy person. Next layer down, very sweet, would do anything for you kind of person. Next layer down, will roast you, make you feel like a trash human because how hilarious she is, because she actually cares about you now. So now you're gonna get roasted because that's her love language. And then even further down inside of all of that make fun of you, roast you layer is like the core of someone who would literally die for anyone. She truly is like the kindest person. But those like outside layers are like I'm nice to you. Like, cause I'm just like a good person, so I'm going to be nice to everyone. But it's like, until she starts making fun of you, like, you're not really like in her close circle yet.
Whatever. Okay.
All right.
Thank you for doing that research on this. I appreciate that.
Listen, I had to make up for saying pennies. You know, that one was a little rough.
Just a little bit.
So anyway, I think that'll be fun. If you find one that you actually like and you want to do it, I'm here for you.
And all 2 people that listen. Help a girl out. In
the words of Jason Beggs, he's tired of being called nobody when you say nobody cares about this podcast. Jason loves the podcast.
I will do my best to remember you. I'm just kidding. That's really mean.
All right. Update.
You're memorable.
Who was that guy again? All right. 25 soft update. We are officially...
It's day 13.
Day 13. Over the weekend, we did not skip a day. Like, we still, like, did most of it, but we were throwing up that evening, so we didn't...
Stop.
We
Nobody
didn't pull the
needs to know
sticky
about
note.
this.
We didn't pull the sticky note that evening, so we did 2 the next night.
Yeah.
But let's go back through the days, and I'm gonna pick a couple out that I really like. Okay, besides the sticky notes,
this has just been enjoyable to do.
What have you liked about this 25 soft?
I don't know. I think we discussed it the other day of like it's required us to be more intentional with our time.
This is
with
This is
each
true.
other.
Which, as an update, like the day, it's like the rules are no sweets except for every 5 days when we have frozen yogurt, Publix frozen yogurt, which is so good. We work out every day. Mm-hmm. No rest days. And we have these sticky note things.
And then 10 minutes of Bible reading.
10 minutes of Bible reading, yes. Okay, so there were... we're up to 13 days. I think one of my favorites is that we've been mixing like questions and activities. So one activity that you did that I really liked was the eye patch.
Oh yeah.
The eye patch night. You got me these eye patches for Christmas because we did a fun little thing where it's like get something for each other, and it was like a perfect time period because this was like right at the end of like the kids are going back to school the next day. We had just finished up break, and so like that night I pulled the sticky note off and you were like, let's do eye patches, and it was these they were so nice. It was so like great. Tingly and like cool. It felt great. All the bags that we had from taking care of children all Christmas break, that was just much needed. All right, how about you? What's one on your list that you really liked?
Let's see. Oh, the one where we had to, let's see. There's right. So many, I just can't decide.
I'm going to talk about another one of my favorites while you look through these. The one that, I guess we didn't have to skip this one. We skipped mine. And then the other one that we did, I think we did this one the night before, was me and Allie keep a memory box. Oh, yeah. We've kept this memory box ever since we started dating. And we've just put anything that we thought was like worth remembering in this box. And we have a whole lot of stuff now. Mm-hmm. We have like ultrasounds from all of our kids. Mm-hmm. We have every scorecard from when we played mini golf. We used to play a bunch of mini golf. Every time we went on vacation together before we had kids, we went and played mini golf somewhere. And then we made bets. And whoever won, the other person had to do the bet. Similar to this cottage video bet that I'm currently not winning on.
You have literally done one video.
I've done one video.
And you haven't even touched the cottage in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
But it's also been very cold.
It's been like freezing and wet. And we've been sick.
Okay. Anywho.
Lots of details. Anyway.
Go on.
So that we have like little scorecards for our putt-putt. It's not too long of a podcast. But we also have like notes that we wrote each other while we were dating. It's the greatest box ever. So like we went through and we started pulling out a bunch of stuff and like looking through it and remembering. Mm-hmm. And we don't do it like a ton. Like it's there's
probably
there's
haven't
a
even
lot.
Looked through it.
Yeah, and it's like up in the closet under like stuff that's on top. Everybody has stuff that you just throw on top of your closet. So it like went on top of the box. So we like didn't get it down. So it's been at least like 2 years or so since we've looked. So that was like that was a super good night just looking back through that.
I've got 2.
Okay. What are your 2?
One is one of yours and one's one of my sticky notes.
I respect that.
We played this game where like we got this gold bowl and we each had like these foam balls. Yes. And we set the bowl on our dresser in our room and we just took turns taking shots. Like, and whoever made the first shot.
It was best
one.
2 out of 3.
Yeah. But it was like horse. Like you each decided where you were going to shoot from. So that was a fun one.
That was a fun one. The winner got like a head scratch or like a massage. Like there was like rules for who the winner.
No.
But I love head scratches. They are like my favorite. And so if I won, Allie had to give me a head scratch. And Allie,
it was really fun.
Allie loves back rubs. So if she won, she got a free back rub. So
okay. And then the next one is, there's a slight backstory as to why this was on the sticky note. I fell down a deep TikTok rabbit hole called Find the Aquaphor.
I had no idea where you're going with that, if I'm being honest.
And it's all of these like images where somebody takes a little tube of Aquaphor and they hide it. It like is very much the Where's Waldo.
You were obsessed with those for like 3 weeks. Like every time I'd walk by you, you were watching one
harder.
of those.
It was like, easy,
medium, expert or something, where you're like, I found it. I'm awesome.
It's like the Where's Waldo of
it was, but it was Aquaphor.
And so I, have a tube of Aquaphor. So, I was like, we're going to play real life hide the Aquaphor.
Which, let's be honest, is a stacked game against me.
It is.
Being observed. I tell you, this word is my least favorite word in the English language because I can't ever get it right. Being observant. Got it. All right. Being observant is like one of my least good qualities. Like lowest on the totem pole, if it even exists on the totem pole.
Each person had 20 seconds?
You had 30 seconds to hide it.
No, it wasn't that much.
Mm-hmm. It was 30 seconds.
Okay. 30 seconds to hide it.
Mm-hmm. In our bathroom.
In one of the cabinets or the drawers or anywhere in the bathroom.
Anywhere in the bathroom.
And
then we timed the other person to find it, and whoever had the fastest time finding it, which we're big fans of Big Brother, so it felt like we were playing a Big Brother game. Yeah. So we loved it.
It was great.
Whoever had the fastest time was the winner.
Yep.
And Will, drum roll, with a time of 4 minutes and 2 seconds, looking around that bathroom for that dang thing of Aquaphor. Allie did a very good job hiding it. And
but it was still in plain sight.
It was. That was one of the rules. It had to be in plain sight. You had to be able to open up whatever
and not
without moving
around.
Anything, be able to see it. 4 minutes, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So, Allie comes in with a 1 minute 38 seconds and just absolutely crushes me that night. Yeah, no, it was.
But that one was a fun one.
It was super fun. I knew I was gonna lose, but it was still fun because I thought I had a really good hiding spot, and you were just like, nope, there it is.
Nope. But it was a good time.
It is, and these have been really fun. These have been really great.
So
if you want to see the full list, I've got a whole thread on Twitter that is and Blue Sky, whichever one that you care about. I've got a full thread of each day and what the sticky note was and how it kind of went, some little details on it. Some days I literally just have the day on it and the sticky note because I just was tired that day and didn't have much to say.
You're behind.
I am behind by a few days, but
you're leaving the people hanging. They don't know what happens after day 9.
Right. Now they know. We had norovirus. So
stop bringing it up, man.
Anyway. All right. I think that wraps everything up that we need to talk about tonight.
Is that it? Okay.
Do you have anything else you would like to say to the people, seeing as you think they don't care?
I don't think they do, so they're probably land the plane, Will. You talk a lot.
Good night.